In this video, we're going to be going over the FIRE journey that my husband and I are trying to be on in life, okay? So if you don't know, FIRE is financial independence, retire early. Y'all feel me? So I know I don't even want to say it's controversy, but I just know a lot of people are opinionated about everybody got opinions about everything, okay?
Girl, fact.
People have opinions about everything, but basically, it's just to be financially independent, and to have the option to retire early. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can partial retire early. You can retire early, but the moral of the story is financial independence, okay? So I'm going to be going over some old FIRE journeys that my husband and I have been going on. I don't know what the start date is, but I have a video, so I should be able to check, right? So this is the first one, and then we have November 2023, May 2024, and then September of 2024, and then we're gonna do January of 2025. Okay, new year, same journey. Life is changing a little bit for my husband and myself. Unfortunately, my husband was laid off back in October, so I do want to see what the numbers are going to look like when they're a little bit different. I want to see where our assets and liabilities are with our debts and our investment portfolio. So our financial independence number is 1.5 million. This was a goal of ours. Granted, it might go up because as things inflate, the prices inflate, and the cost of stuff just continues to, even because I don't even know if it's all just inflation, right? I believe stuff is going up, not just because of inflation, but also because of greed. But hey, we're not talking about that. I say all that to say our financial independence number might probably need to be more than 1.5 million, but here we are. So let's get into it. Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo, and I'm working on me and my husband's financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. Also, if you're like, girl, I like this video, okay, financial independence, retire early, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and watch some of my videos. It's the best way to support me. So back in 2023, when I first started investing or looking into the FIRE journey, this is what we had. So we have our goals, which would be to retire no later than 40. And here's the T. Do goals change? They do. Have this changed? Probably. I turned 30 this year, so I don't know. Me and my husband have been talking about this. I will say this. A lot of my goals when it comes to financial independence and just trying to get our money together has been predicated on viewing other people's stuff, not what actually served me and my mans. Okay, so I say that to say we're probably going to adjust our goals because we can do that because it's called personal finance and life be lifing. Okay, so retire no later than 40. Yeah, we're going to change that. Probably retire no debt. That's exactly how I feel now. With this no debt, I'm going to say student loan debt. Okay, we may or may not have a homeowner debt, okay, a mortgage, if you will. Okay, retire with financial independence number or more. Add that caveat in there, and then lower monthly expenses. This would be nice, but I just feel like every year the numbers are going higher and higher. Here, this was our monthly income. I don't even think I put expense. Oh yeah, expenses was $4,950 a month. So I'm interested to see what this looks like. Our car insurance has already gone up. Rent has gone up by $15 because of whatever the reason is. It's irrelevant. The moral of the story, it's gone up. So I'm actually interested to see what this is going to look like. So this is where we started. Then we have November 2023. Let's just go back, okay, to the assets and the liabilities. So here, our assets, we have my car, my husband's car. Both our cars are paid off. They're a little older. Furniture, savings / investments, okay? So we said $51,000, which I thought was pretty darn good. However, my car was paid off at the time. My husband's was not. He owed $2,000 at the time. So assets was pretty darn good, but our liabilities was more than our assets, which is why we were in the negative. When it came to liabilities, we had my husband's student loans at $34,000 and mine, I think that's a 9 at a whopping $89,000. Granted, better than where I came from, because I started off with 6 figures, over 100,000 in student loan debt for my 2 degrees. And then my husband's car was actually at 2,000. So we were at negative $74,000. And again, our monthly income was $7,700, and our monthly expenses was $4,950. Okay. Now, I was told when I started this off that you're not supposed to include debt because you're trying to get out of debt. But at the time, I did include it. So moving forward, you should not actually see it in here, or maybe you should and you see it crossed out. I don't know. Okay, so we have November 2023. We went from negative $74,000 to negative $30,800. Our assets increased substantially, darling. I love that for us. And our liabilities did decrease. We got my husband's car off of it. I went down a lot for my student loans balance, and my husband balance. So at the time, I wasn't really tracking his student loans, and he was paying the bare minimum, and so he had interest. So you're gonna see, like, it said $34,000 there, but it also said $34,000 here, because again, he was paying the bare minimum and I wasn't tracking it. And bare minimum with interest just equals more money, but his interest is not as bad as mine. So he still had $34,000 with his student loans. Now, when it comes to our expenses, it's gonna go down due to the fact that I'm not including debt. Okay, this was the actual payments, and but we were giving $2,000. I hope that makes some type of sense. So here we have 2,290. But then you have to add our food and our gas, so it was 2,700. Okay, and then we times that by 12 for the actual yearly expenses. So we were saying $2,700 a month, which, not bad at all. If we take away the 2,000 here, it would have been 2,950. So it was still we're getting lower, but in same ballpark. Okay, and then we said our monthly income here was 8,000. Here we had 7,700. So we see some progression with the income. We see lowering the bills and lowering the assets. Upping the assets and lowering the liabilities. Okay, so from here, we have May 2024. We see the separation a little bit of investments, because you have an IRA, and then we have our 401k. And then we have student loan debt. We just put it in totality. I don't know. Maybe I was lazy that day. I just added it all together. Here you can see. So we're still negative, but we were like, look, negative 3,000. Okay, because the investments actually went up, and I'm so grateful for that. So when it comes to our actual bills and expenses, we had $2,850.50, which, let me see, it's about the same. Oh, it went up. See, that sucks, but here we are. That went up, and then our income also went up at the time. So this 8,700, and I think we started at 7,700, and then we had to 8,000, and then here we were 8,700. All right, so the last one we did was in September 2024. We're in the positive. You see her? We're in the positive. Yes, we still have student loans, which is liabilities, but our assets did increase. So that's how we're able to get into the positive. Our investments. So we have even more spaced out, because we have our 401ks, right? But then we also have our savings accounts, high yield savings accounts. Then we have some cash. Then we have investment accounts. So we have also other investment brokerages that are not just our IRA or our 401k. You're wondering why? It's really because that's kind of where we started. Like when we first started trying to invest, we just played around with brokerages, and that money, does accumulate. So that wasn't bad at all. And then the cars are not on the liability list no more. Now, when it came to the bills, our regular bills and expenses, it was $2,872. This went up again. Okay, unfortunately. But at the time, our monthly income also went up, because we had $8,692. Okay, because what was the last one? 8,700. Oh, I'm lying. So it's about the same-ish, right? One is rounded, one is not. But now we're going to get into the numbers for our actual FIRE journey. Let's get some pens out. If you don't know, your girl is a pilot pen girly. So we have a black pen, a red pen, let's see, pink, a little light blue. Do we want to do green? Green, okay. a little bit of green. I don't know why. I have, listen, I'm going through it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the actual fire thing in black because, like, why not? And I'm going to spell independence right because I be struggling out here with the independence, if you will. So at the top right, I'm going to go ahead and put 01/20/25. I'm struggling right in 2025. I got to be honest, but here we are. Let me zoom you guys in just a tidbit. Okay. Now let's do FIRE. F-I-R-E. F-I-R-E. All right. And so with this, we're going to write it out. Financial. INDEPENDENCE. Bam. Okay. And then retire early. Okay, FIRE. So that's on 1/2025. I'm excited. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is I'm not gonna put the goals down. I think I'm gonna do it the next time I say this, and I hope I keep my word. But the reason why I'm saying it is because we gotta figure out, you know, like what or when we want to retire early. If we want to retire early, actually, because that no later than 40, yeah, I don't know about that one. But let's get into the assets and the liabilities. Okay, so I think I'm gonna look at it this way. I want to look at the latest one, keep them in order. Boom. So we're gonna do her in blue because why not? Assets. All right, so our cars are a little older. I just don't, want to give it too much. But gone are the days, let me put car. Gone are the days when I do worst case scenario. I always say that, and I feel like, why not just do best case? Just with life. I'm trying to not be so negative or think about whatever. But more of the story is, I don't really know how much our cars is worth. We do get the little Carfax Fox thing or whatever, and I feel like they lowball you a little bit. I don't know. It's almost like trade your car in. But I'm still putting the 6,000 because I don't know much about cars, and if they say it's 6,000, then we're just gonna say 6,000. Now I put furniture 2,000. We do have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Probably our furniture is worth more, but it's used and it's older, and so I don't know. Maybe I'm rooting really high, but I just been putting 2,000 for the longest. Now, when it comes to investment portfolios, my husband and I both have IRAs, Roth IRAs. When we combine them, we're at about 20,000. It's a little over, but I'm just trying to keep the numbers equal, I don't want to be like $20,178.32. Like, no, I'm just going to keep it at 20,000. We're just going to round down. Okay, so my husband has a 401k. Come on, son. I love the son. I love that for us. Okay, my husband has a 401k, and then I have a 401k. Okay, so with my husband's 401k, it is actually 34,000. Remember, I'm just trying to do even, so here we are. And then my 401k, it's at 42,000. So my husband's 401k, we rolled over to a traditional IRA, but he still has it, and we're still just gonna call it his 401k. And then we have savings. So this savings, again, I said it before, it's our high yield savings account. We just have savings accounts for different things. So owning a home, we also have our sinking funds, all the things. So with this, between him and myself, this also includes our emergency fund and stuff like that. We have an equal amount of 48,000. I say equal, but really it's a little north. It is north of 48,000, but I'm just gonna put 48,000. And then we do have some cash. We have about $2,000 in cash. And then I'm gonna put invest. Now, again, I told you guys before, like, we have these random brokerages because when we first started investing, we just opened up some random accounts. But combining, it's like 4, 2 for him, 2 for me. When we combine them all together, we have about $10,000. Okay. So now what we're gonna do for our assets is we're just gonna go ahead and add everything together. Getting our handy dandy calculation. So we have 12,000. I just did the 6,000 for the car for him and 6,000 for car for me. Then we're gonna plus 2,000 for our furniture, And then we're gonna add, okay, too many zeros. Okay, 12,000 plus 2,000 plus 20,000, okay, plus 34,000, and that's for his 401k, plus 42,000, and that's for my 401k, plus 48,000, and that's for our savings. And then we have cash plus 2,000, and then investment plus 10,000. Okay, so we have $170,000 worth of assets at this particular moment. Not mad at this number. The thing about the investment portfolios, the reason why I really round down is because it's in the stock market. You know what I mean? You don't really know when it goes up, when it goes down. It's volatile out here, y'all. So that's what we have for the assets. 170,000. As you can see, we have gone up, and I'm excited about that. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the liabilities of it all. So when it comes to my husband's student loans, he hasn't made too much progress, and it's really just because his was on that save plan, so he doesn't have to make any payments right now, and he's not gaining any interest. And because he's in between jobs, we just decided to not give to his loans right now. So what he has, or what he owes, is $23,852.55. Now this is very specific because, you know, why not? Now what I own right now, and it's probably a little less because I did just give some money to it, but it's $62,949.83. I do try to be a little bit more specific with the debt. I don't know why, because this has interest as well, so it fluctuates, but here we are. Okay, so in September we owed $90,699. Let's see what we owe now. So we have $23,852.55. Then we're gonna add $62,949.83. So we're at 86,000, a little over 86,802.38. Boo. But here we are. So a little progress, okay? A little bit of progress. Not too mad. Again, this was in September. My husband lost his job literally the next month. So we've been adjusting, if you will. Did I grab the purple? Girl, you didn't even grab the purple. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the bills of it all. Okay. Not too much has changed, I don't think. But let's get into it. So I'm lying. First bill change, the rent, right? Our apartment complex went up $15. So we currently are at $16.23. When it comes to internet, I rounded up, so it's about $52. Electricity has been a little bit higher lately. That's $160. So that's a $130 to $160. That's $30. This is per month, you guys, also. So phone, $178. And then subscriptions, and people, I always talk about the subscriptions because it's only $22, but that's just like the Hulu 99¢, the Apple Music, Apple Storage. That's all that is. Okay, so that's subscriptions. And then we have car insurance, which is $240. So that means it hasn't really changed since September. That's good. We don't have a gym membership anymore, so you're not going to see that. And then we have life insurance. Okay, but for the both of us, we're paying $110. So we're going to add this all up. Okay, so what we have is 1623 plus 52 plus 160 plus 178 plus 22 plus 240 plus $110. That's $2,385. So we're gonna write that out. $2,385. It's a little cheaper, really, because the gym. I'm 10 out of 10 sure of it because some other stuff went up. But now we're also gonna go ahead and write down these expenses. And expenses are our food and our gas, right? So we do 30 and 30. We get paid bi-weekly. So that's 60 for him. and then 60 for me. So really gas isn't even $60. It would be 120. It's 30 and 30. I don't know why I said that. That's $120. And then this is for the month, you guys. And then for food, every 2 weeks we do 200, so that is $400. I really feel like this hasn't increased. I just miscalculated it, if I'm being honest. Okay, so 400 plus 120 is gonna be 520. Okay. When we take this and put these two together, we have 2,385 plus 520. That's $2,905. $2,905. So we're not doing very good when it comes to the moving our expenses or bills down. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna put 3,000. I'm just gonna be real. Just gonna write out $3,000, and then we're gonna times this by 12 for all of our expenses. So we're gonna say 3,000 times 12. That's gonna be $36,000. That's what we're gonna need, y'all. $36,000. And the reason why I rounded it up to the 3,000 is because, again, electricity does fluctuate. Car insurance goes up. Like, things be thinking. Life happens. Gas also fluctuates. Food sometimes fluctuates. So although it's cold season, which is really great because then we're able to do a lot of soups and, you know, that's affordable, but, you know, stuff happens. So that's where we are with the bills and expenses. We're totaling this out to 3,000, which would be 36,000. And this was, I didn't round up or anything, so this was 34. So it is higher, not substantially, but still higher. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we'll do it in green. We'll do monthly income, and we're only gonna put me down because, again, my husband is in between jobs. He does have like some side gigs. We just haven't really been counting it towards our income lately. We will, moving forward, be counting the money. We just haven't done it because in the month of January, my husband has been at the tail end of his severance package. So there's that. But I'm just gonna put my income down just for the sake of putting it down, I guess. So we're gonna put monthly income. Okay, so we're gonna put Mo, and we're gonna put a little arrow because she loves arrows. And I'm getting paid about $2,600 a check, so we're gonna do that times 2. That's 5,200.
You got money. He got money.
It's a little over the 2,600, but I'm just gonna put the 5,000 and the 200. Okay, a bird wants to be heard, y'all. So that's what I'm saying that I'm bringing in, and then we're gonna times her by 12. Okay, this is money that I touch, so that's $62,400. So we could just live off of one check, which is the goal anyway for us, to try to live off of one check. But here we are. Okay, so 62,400, and I just want to subtract to see our expenses. So when we take away the 36,000, we have $26,400 left over, which I'm grateful and I am blessed that, you know, we make more money than our current bills and expenses are. So there's that. You know what I didn't do? I did not do the actual number, which is crazy. So let's do that. And let me get my black Sharpie. Okay. So what we have is 170,000, and we're gonna subtract $86,802.38. So all right, we are in the positive 83. Do we want to put her in black? No, we'll put her in blue, and we'll be consistent. So we have 83,197.62 is what we're in the positive, and I'm so excited and so grateful for this. I do want to reach 6 figures, but you know, it takes time. Life is lifing. So this is where we are in our FIRE journey. Again, I said previously, we are going to readjust our goals. It's probably going to be a lot of the same, except the retire no later than 40. That gives us 10 years, and I don't know about you guys, I just don't want to be on rush on life like that. My goals, to be honest, I don't want to be rushing life. So we're gonna deal with that. We're also probably gonna readjust our financial independence number, or maybe inflate it a little bit, bring it up some, because bills are still getting higher and higher. And with bills being higher, it would be okay if the money also goes up. Obviously, mine has. So 5,200 has increased. Wait, this one. This is the one. Okay, because the last one was 4,792. So we have increased some. Unfortunately, my husband did lose his job, but we're working through that. 4,792. Your girl was very specific, and we went up about $400. So I'm not mad at this. Yeah, so I look forward to us doing FIRE again, you know, documenting it, and my husband's new salary being added. And maybe we get numbers lower. At this point, I really don't know how to get numbers any lower. But if you're on your FIRE journey, let me know in the comments. How's it going for you? Because y'all, we're just pushing through. I got to be honest, we are just pushing through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.